Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is really funny because I just posted on my Facebook that I really procrastinated on a project, so I wouldn't be able to make a video until like later next week. But anyways, this is me like procrastinating some more. Um, so yeah. Um, anyways, so I've been wanting to make this video for a little while, and I guess this is like a break from studying or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this video. And yeah, I think it's healthy to take breaks when you're working on schoolwork. Okay. Um, so yeah, this video is about paranoia, and I've actually been I don't know. I've actually been surprised at how normal the comments have been on my videos because of the subject matter of my videos. I thought it would be more of people being like really, I don't know, manic and paranoid and like going through mania and stuff like that. But I guess when you are going through stuff like that, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to research bipolar on YouTube. You're doing other things. So I guess that makes sense. Anyway, so this video might be triggering. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and say like trigger warning. It's a little bit triggering to me when I talk about paranoia or watch other people talking about it and stuff like that. But also I want this to be like helpful for people who have paranoia. So it just depends on that sort of thing. So yeah. Okay. And also I'm like really sorry about the audio on this webcam. It is like really crapping out on me. I'm trying to get a new camera and stuff like that. Okay, anyways. So yeah. I actually like in the middle of the night, like when I couldn't sleep, I actually like wrote a bunch of stuff down about paranoia, and that's like what inspired this video. I was thinking about making a video about this, and I just wrote all this down. And I mean, this might not really be like what you're expecting or anything, but yeah, I've made other videos on paranoia. I'm going to make more videos on paranoia, but what I'm going to do is just like read what I wrote. You guys seem to not mind me reading stuff that I write. Speaking of which, I am working on my book. I'm like making progress bit by bit, and hopefully it'll be finished, in the near future. Alright, so here it goes. I'm just going to talk about paranoia. We, people with paranoia, and also this is going to be for people who know people who've been paranoid and want to learn more about it, but also people who have been paranoid, they can kind of relate to it. So, we're paranoid when something sounds like us, but they're actually broad statements that could apply to everyone. Like, I remember when I was paranoid, I would hear something that would apply to me, and I would think like the whole universe is conspiring, towards me in some way, and I'm like the center of the universe, and like there's some conspiracy going on that I'm the center of. So yeah, but you have to realize that they're making very, very broad statements that could apply to a lot of people. Like now, when I hear something that I can relate to, I'm like, oh yeah, that's so totally relatable. But I know when I was paranoid and like something related to me, I was thinking that like, oh, like they know, like I don't know. I was just really paranoid um about yeah, about that happening. I don't know. I was just really paranoid about it being like only about me. Like it's hard to explain. People who have been paranoid, they'll know what I'm talking about, but you just think that that thing that you can relate to is like totally just you. It's not like a self-centered thing. It's just like a paranoia thing. I don't know. Um, but yeah, now when I hear something that I can relate to, I'm like, wow, cool. Like I can relate to that. I'm not like, oh, like they're talking about me, and I don't know. Anyways, it's very hard to explain. But but yeah, if you're actually like, going through paranoia right now, or it's like very recent for you, then it would be really cool if you posted a video response, or commented or went to my forum to talk about it, but for me, it was like a few years ago. But I dealt with it for a long time. But anyways, so yeah, we're all pretty much the same and going through the same things. And when someone says something that applies to you, it's applying to other people too. And you have selective hearing to the things that apply to you. And when you hear those things, you get paranoid that it's some conspiracy surrounding you, which is what I just said. Yeah, we'll have like selective hearing, and our ears will perk up at the things that apply to us. Like we'll hear a song, and there'll be things that apply to our life, and that's what we hear, and that's what we'll like blow out of proportion and make like a huge deal about. But now that I'm like sane and stuff, if I hear a song, then I'll just, I'm hearing the song. I don't like take little bits and pieces out of it, and overanalyze it in a way that makes me paranoid. I don't know. And also, this is, I guess, this is something to think about also for people who don't really understand psychosis and paranoia. It's definitely not something you can psych yourself out of, because while you're having these thoughts, they are so real. It's not like someone can like calm you down or something, because this is just what your brain is doing. People think you can like meditate and stuff, but it's just where your mind is going, and there's really nothing you can do about it besides medication. Meditation can only do so much when you've totally lost it, and then you need something stronger than that, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not something that you can completely psych yourself out of, but I don't know. But I think after you've recovered, after you've been on antipsychotics, and you realize like what paranoia is, if you start having those paranoid thoughts again, you can kind of look at them and be like, wait a minute, I'm just being paranoid. So yeah. Okay, and I'm just reiterating what I already said, but anyone who says that you can just think or meditate your way out of these things doesn't know what they're talking about, and don't realize that this is a serious, almost like medical issue going on with your brain. It's a neurological issue, serious neurological issue. It's not just like, oh, I'm paranoid. It's like not something that you can control when it's happening without. I would call it medical intervention, because it's medicine that you're taking. So yeah, that's why mental illness shouldn't be stigmatized against, because it's not our fault. These things are beyond our control, and they can happen to anyone. So the people who are like so stuck up, who are like, oh my God, like, oh, that 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 girl who's like paranoid and like was psychotic, and oh my gosh, she's so crazy. Sorry, but the same thing could happen to you at any moment in time. It's not something that you can control. Sorry. So, and also think about karma. Anyways, but I'm just saying, it can happen to anyone, just like any other illness, I guess. So, I also wrote, so yeah, it's just like getting cancer or something. Like all of us who have mental illness, we're just like normal people who are in a fucked up situation. Just like people who get cancer, they're normal, everyday people, they're just in a fucked up situation. Same thing with people who have mental illness. Normal people, fucked up situation. So yeah, so the next time, this is to people who stigmatize against people with mental illness, the next time you scoff at a mentally ill person, just imagine yourself scoffing at a cancer patient. So, yeah, you wouldn't be like, oh, she has bone cancer. Like, that girl over there, she has bone cancer. Ugh. I mean, unless you think cancer is like really gross or something, but cancer isn't stigmatized against. We are like really compassionate towards people who have cancer, you know? And it's the same thing with mental illness. It's a serious issue. It's not our fault. We're normal people just in a fucked up situation. And people who have paranoia, you know, they're not bad people. They are suffering from a mental illness or disorder or something. But there is help, there's hope. And, you know, if it's happening to someone in your family, friend, you know, there's hope. And, you know, uh, I'm, you know, a lot of people on here think that I'm like this really great, rational person and they love me and they think I'm amazing. Well, you know, lots of people who suffer from these mental illnesses are great, amazing people. Once they're on medication, perfectly rational, you know, once they're on medication, they've had therapy, perfectly normal, rational people, because you can recover from this sort of thing, and get past it, and, you know, you might have a relapse at some point, you know. Like, mental illnesses can be related to lots of chronic diseases and stuff. And cancer is a great one because you can relapse with cancer, you can relapse with mental illness. Anyways, so that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful in some way. I might put it in my playlist about psychosis, so you can check it out because paranoia is part of psychosis. I'm going to try and complete more schoolwork. And yeah, so I'm so behind in school, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Okay. And also, I turned 27 2 days ago. And I did a makeup tutorial on my beauty channel. The link is in the description. I'm making a gaming channel, and you can go ahead and subscribe to that if you want to. I don't know how it's going to go. I haven't made any videos on it yet, but I'm going to attempt to have a gaming channel because I don't know. It seems like something that would be fun that people do on YouTube. Okay, so please subscribe if you're not, and social networks are down there. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye bye.